Welcome to Capsized, a Silver Lake podcast talking about weekly school-wide updates, hosted by
Connor,
and Messina. Thank you, Silver Lake Library and community, for making this possible. We couldn't have done it without Miss Matthias.
Hello and welcome to Capsized. Let's dive in. So, on the 18th is Martin Luther King Day and Winnie the Pooh Day. On the 19th, it's National Popcorn Day. On the 21st is Squirrel Appreciation Day. On the 23rd, it's Handwriting Day. On the 24th, it's Belly Laugh Day. On the 29th, it's Puzzle Day. And on the 31st, it's Backwards Day. If the backwards day is on the 31st, is it really the 13th? We will never know. I hope everyone had a great weekend or week since the last time that we have been on the podcast. I know last week was a bit weird. This week is going to be all of us. Currently, I'm recording separately, but they'll be here later. So I hope everyone's week was safe and happy. I hope everyone's still enjoying the podcast. If you've been listening since episode 1, thank you so much. We have a lot of good people and feedback and everything. It's amazing to do the podcast and just a fun experience, especially with my friends. So thank you for listening. Other things that are coming up is student parking registration. I almost said resolution. Registration. See Miss Slow in the main office. They still have parking stickers for people who just got their license or just driving to school. If you need one, go visit them down in the main office and they'll get you one. As along with that, congratulations to Kira Rancourt and McKenna Sylvester, who had their work shown at the UMass Dartmouth Arts Online exhibition. They're both of them are fantastic artists. Kira Rancourt did a tree stump with a factory on it, which was really cool. I actually, I'm in her art class, and same with McKenna. But in on our groups, I pretty much got to see Kira draw that from the beginning and the whole idea process, which was amazing. And both of them are fantastic artists. McKenna does crazy good faces and realistic drawings, and they're absolutely insane. Both of them are fantastic artists. Congratulations as well to the new people of National Honor Society. If you need community service hours, they have the office. I don't know if they're still doing it, but they on December 15th there was a thing that went out about helping the elderly, and to email Miss Gill about that. I'm not sure if that's still happening, but I'll probably cut that out. Anyways, so there's no school. The day that this comes out on the 18th, it's Martin Luther King Day, so happy Martin Luther King Day. The term 2 ends on the 29th as well, which is Puzzle Day, so that's fun. The Silver Lake Regional High School Hall of Fame is on the 30th, and report cards for term 2 go out next month on the 5th. That's crazy. I feel like we just started. But yeah, term 2's ending already, which is it's so soon. It's crazy. It's so weird because we're in school 2 days, or most kids are in the school 2 days at a time if you're hybrid. So it feels like I've had 2 classes. Like I have 2 classes every week. So I'm in school like 6 classes like every month, which is it's crazy. And it just like, especially with all the breaks and everything, this month really I do have like 6 classes, but then that's 1 month. So then I have like 12 classes and term's over. It goes so fast, and it's so weird that everything's set up like this, but I don't know. So, and other Silver Lake news, don't forget, if you need to reset your password, it is password.slrsd.org, and to email them if you have any other tech problems. It's distant learning. If you need help, any of your teachers will most likely know the stuff on the website. So change your password if you need to. Power School, all that stuff is more situated now. Along with that, the library is updating a lot of their books and weeding stuff out, so there's not really as many old books. There's a lot of new stuff. There's a free section that you can take home books now. They're books that the library had for a while, and they're trying to get rid of them. Stop by, get a book. It's great because quarantine is a lot of time to read, so I do recommend coming down here. There's a great book. Miss Matthias is absolutely amazing and will help you find any book you need to find. And yeah, that's all. This podcast currently that we are on. You ready?
Yes.
Cool. So this podcast comes out on Martin Luther King Day, possibly. So happy Martin Luther King Day, and if it's past, then happy late Martin Luther King Day. Talking about Martin Luther King Day and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. It is a day about Martin Luther King.
There you go.
It's pretty rad.
I will say he made a huge impact on rights for African American people, men and women, although men did have more rights than women at the time. But now, let's just say he made it so that everybody is treated more equally. I mean, it's never going to be perfect, but he made a huge impact and made it better than what it was.
Yeah, that's true. Because without him pushing it forward as much as he did, we
Mhm.
would be so many years back. Because
Exactly.
we need strong voices like that, and we have a lot of them now. The problem is, where can they speak, and how
Mhm.
can they speak freely like that?
Exactly.
And I mean, Martin Luther King and so many of them did really risk their lives to speak the way they
Mhm.
did, and without those risks, we
Mhm.
wouldn't be as advanced, and we're still so far behind of what we should be.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
And he was assassinated, if you don't know. But this is why we celebrate Martin Luther King Day, because
Yeah,
it's
'cause
a
he-
big movement.
'cause you-
that
did
we
yeah.
so
see.
much, yeah.
Mhm.
What
World's a
is-
bit messed up right now.
Yep.
Very.
I don't know. Most people know this about
Most people
the
do.
Capitol building.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't talk about politics on this, but
Nope.
the one thing that we can say that came from it, the one thing that it really did show is how strong the government is, because almost 2 hours after everyone was cleared, they went straight back to counting all the votes and talking about everything.
Exactly.
just
Like
goes
right
to show how
right
strong.
after those gunshots, and there's people
there was,
like
like,
in there like
a bomb found and like a pipe or something. and then-
destroying their offices and sitting in their desks, and they decided to completely overlook fixing their offices first
Mhm.
and sit there and do their job.
And I think that's absolutely crazy. That's
Like
crazy.
no matter what side you're on politically about that, them doing that, like them counting the votes and going back to everything
Mhm.
normally, showed so much strength than people trying to get into the Capitol building to show that they had a voice.
Exactly. It's crazy. If you really gotta think about it. Like Messina was saying, think about how it was handled. Like there's always strengths and weaknesses, but think about how it was handled. The Capitol. Some people may disagree with what was done, but just look at how it was handled.
Mhm.
Do you wanna?
Yeah, sure. Okay. So New Year's and Christmas is over. Holidays are done. It's 2021 and we're already off to a weird start.
Yes.
We sure
It
are,
is
with that.
like 2020 took 2021 on like a business tour and was like, okay, here's what you gotta do. So make everybody's life like terrible.
And over here's the button we don't click, but actually we click it every day.
Exactly.
It's like the big red button in the middle of the office. It's like,
And it's like-
ruin everyone's day. And 2020 is like,
Mm,
that's the button you should click.
yeah,
Every
you
day.
should click
It's
that
legit,
one.
constantly.
Yep. So yeah, 2021 is a year so far.
Hopefully to
Just
get
like
better.
the other one.
Just
Yeah.
like the other one.
It's not as.
It's not as
bad. I
bad,
feel like
but
it's-
it's definitely off to a weird start.
I feel like it's just kind of like the years before 2021, 2020.
Mhm.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it's like you just have hopes of a good year.
And then
think
like
it's-
I feel like our expectations were a little high for this year.
Yeah.
And
To be real, I went Christmas shopping at Dollar Tree for like a bunch of stuff for my family. All right, Dollar Tree is like your best friend.
They
You
are.
go
Yeah.
there.
I love
They
them.
literally have everything for $1. And if it's hard for you to find a mask in Dollar Tree for some reason, because Dollar Tree is like really small, go to CVS. They have them at CVS, like a package of them
Talking
for
do.
about
$3.
CVS, if you didn't know, CVS does COVID testing.
Yes.
You
I
can
did not
sign
know
up.
that.
You can you go onto like a CVS website.
Is it free?
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
around here it's like the one in Plymouth
Mm-hmm.
on Court Street, and you can sign in to like this whole thing, and you put
Mhm.
your age and everything, and they give you an appointment to go. And recently, I just got a COVID test
Oh, wow.
last Friday or Saturday from
Mhm.
my work they supplied us with COVID testing just to be safe. No one had COVID, just to make sure everyone's okay and doing what they're meant to. Everyone came back negative. But it's weird because it wasn't the one that goes all the way up your nose, and it wasn't the one that it's not the one you just swab the outside. You have to go like 2 inches in your nose.
Ugh.
But it's not the full back ones. The full back ones are like
They go way.
It's like a good 5 inches up your nose.
Yep.
Like,
Jeez.
I don't know. It was just kind of interesting to have like to do it something like that, and like now I can say I had a COVID test.
There you go.
I mean, I can say I've had a COVID test too. I've had
I
one.
can't,
like
guys.
to my
I
future
can't.
grandchildren. You know what I mean? Like in 20, I had a COVID
Like
test.
you're
Yeah.
telling your grandkids, you're like, the
No.
year 2020, I had to get me one of them COVID tests
Get me
when
one
I
of them COVID tests.
It's
I
also
had to get me one of them COVID tests when I was a
I-
youngin.
Can't wait to have grandchildren.
Neither can I.
No, just for the fact of them being like coming home from school, right?
Mhm.
Calling me, be like, Grandma, we learned about 2020. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Yes.
Because I
That's gonna
know
be so cool.
I'm also
We-
excited for grandkids because I want to play the video games with them.
but we learned like World War One and World War Two and
Yeah.
like that. We have veterans still alive that like
Mhm.
I got to ask.
called a few.
I got
called
to
my
ask my
relatives.
grandpa and
Exactly.
my
You-
great
Mhm.
nana.
We've called our grandparents and stuff like that. Tell us about your experience in the war and stuff like that. And now in the history books, we learn about 2020.
2020,
And
like
they're gonna
everything
call
going on.
us
They're
up
like,
and be
That's-
hey.
they're like, Grandpa, tell me about 2021. What happened?
That's pretty
and then
cool
we can
to
say
think
it.
about.
Like that's probably the only good part of 2020.
Yeah,
I
like we
like
get to
that.
brag about it. Like, oh yeah, we were in the history books.
Now
And
imagine if you had COVID. You know, just to be telling your
Mm.
grandchildren that they'd probably.
But like I don't know, it's very cool, very like just the way that it like the age
Mm-hmm.
is
Yeah.
with it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, it's just kind of interesting. And like with 2021, there's barely any resolutions. Like no
Yes.
one
No.
had like I'm gonna hike Mount Everest.
Mount.
Mount Everest. Like no one's doing that. No one's like I'm going cross country road trip because you know how many times you have to stop cross country? 2 weeks in every
Yeah.
single state.
You never
Really?
know.
Yeah, you can't cross borders. unless
Oh
you stay there for
yeah,
2 weeks.
because you have to have like.
So
a
no one
thing.
can cross, and also everything's canceled for 2021.
Oh yeah.
Then there's no chance we're having a normal year because they
No.
want to ruin this year. So
The
we have a year
roses,
next
the
year.
rose thing coming up for
True.
Valentine's Day. I don't know if the freshmen know this, but we do like for Valentine's Day
It's
we send out
carnations.
anonymous
I forgot
roses
about that.
Oh yeah,
and
incarnations.
incarnations and stuff, and I don't think we're gonna be doing that. Now, I've never
could.
gotten a rose or a carnation, but I think it's a fun thing to do.
I sent 7 last year.
Wow,
You got
way to
7?
brag,
No,
Messina.
I sent 7.
I thought
You
said
sent?
got
I
some.
sent 7. I got 1.
Oh,
Well,
I
there
sent
you
it to
go.
the seniors at drama.
well,
Oh wow.
I
That's nice.
didn't get one, nor did I send one because I am broke and alone.
Wow, that's what a way to kill the mood.
Oh,
No,
wow, I'm
just
sorry.
And see you on the flip side.